డిఫాల్ట్ కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ గురించి చెప్తాను. సో డిఫాల్ట్ అండ్ ఫారెన్ కి. సో మీకు లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ ఐ ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ప్రైమరీ, యూనిక్, నార్మల్ అండ్ చెక్. So constraints mainly using for to restrict the invalid data loading into the table as per the business requirements. So bro, share on the screen share in there. Okay, share in
Bro,
there. Okay,
share it.
so we are inserting the records in the table. While inserting the data into the table, so we have to accept only valid records, not only inside while update also. For example, we are using check constraint on the age column. For example, so we are updating one employee age is more than 45 years. So we are giving the age is between 18 and 40. If I am trying to update 45, it won't accept. Okay, it will validate whether the check constraint will be validated or not. It will check. Then only it will update the record. Okay. So primary key, unique key, not null check. Primary key means it accepts only unique values and won't allow the duplicate and null values. For example, employee number column. So in employee number column, we are applying primary key. It accepts every employee number will be unique. Without employee number, it won't accept. Next, unique key constant. It accepts the unique values and null values. Okay. So if I am applying unique key constant, it accepts unique values and null values and won't allow the duplicate values. Example, passport. In passport column, we are applying unique key constant. Every employee passport number should be unique. If any employee there is no passport, we have to accept the null also. Unique values and null values it will accept and won't accept the duplicate values. Okay, uh, duplicate means the same passport number having multiple employees, it won't accept. Next, not null constraint. Not null constraint means value is mandatory for not null constraint column. If any column we are applying not null constraint, value is mandatory. So we have to mention the value mandatory for not null constraint column. Example, employee name column. Employee name column we are applying not null constraint. Every employee number should be name will be mandatory. For any employee number there is no name, it won't accept. That is a invalid record. So next, check constraint. Using check constraint we can apply the condition. Example, age. For example, we are applying check constraint on age column. So the condition is age greater than or equal to 18 years, less than or equal to 40 years. The employee is more than 18 and less than 40 only it will accept. If any employee is more than 45, we are more than 40, we are trying to give it, so it won't accept. Less than 18 also it won't accept. Okay. So next to default constraint. So default constraint means we can pass the value as a default. Okay, default constraint means if I am ignoring the value inserted into this any specific column, for example, we have one column, salary column is there. We are ignoring the salary value. So it will take the default as a 20,000 or 25,000, whatever the default value we are mentioned. While creating the table, we are mentioned the default as a 25,000 for the salary column. If I am ignoring the salary, it will take the value as a 25,000. Okay, we can pass the value as a default. Using default constant, we can pass the value as a example salary column. So next to foreign key. So foreign key means it's mainly using for to maintain the relations, parent-child relations. For example, I will explain the foreign key separately. Okay, for example, we have a department table is there. This is the one table, department table. So this department table we are maintaining the department number. This department number column we are applying the primary key. So next to department name. Okay, these are the two columns. So department table we have two columns are there. First is department number and department name. So we have one department is 10. 10 department IT. So one more department 20. Accounts. One more department 30. Sales. These three are the department table. Okay. So we have department details. For every department, we have multiple employees are there. We have IT department is there. This IT department we have number of employees are there. So more than one employee. Accounts department also multiple employees are there, more than one employee. Sales also, sales this is marketing. Marketing also multiple employees are there. Each department we have multiple employees are there. Okay, the employee, this is the parent table. Department table is the parent table. So every department having multiple employees. Employees table is the sale table. So in this employee table, we have employee number. Okay, employee తీసుకుంటాను. ఎంప్లాయీ నెంబర్కి నేను ప్రైమరీకి ఇస్తాను. ఎంప్లాయీ నేమ్, salary, job, department number. Okay, this department number column I am applying foreign key. Foreign key means it always references to the parent table. The foreign key column always references. By using foreign key, we can maintain the parent and child relations. So if I want to maintain the parent and child relations, we have to use foreign key. With the help of foreign key, we can maintain the parent and child relations. This foreign key column always references to the parent table, primary or unique key column. Parent table, this column we are referencing. This foreign key always references to the parent table. This is the parent table, every department having multiple employees. Okay. So the foreign key we are applying on the child table. The foreign key always maintaining the relation with child table. So foreign key always maintain the integrated relation with parent table. Parent table, primary or unique key column. This department column, department number column, we are referencing with parent table, department number column. Okay. So if I want to insert any value into the foreign key column, the value should be present in the referenced parent table foreign key primary key value. For example, we have employee number is 1001. Employee name is A. Salary is 20,000. Job is clerk. Department number is 10. So we are inserting one employee with the department 10. 1002. Employee name is B. Salary is some 22,000. Okay. The analyst. Department number is 20. For employee with department 20. Okay. So next to 1003. Employee name is C. Salary is some 25,000. Okay. So we have 10. Every department having multiple employees already told. This is the manager. He is also this employee also in manager department, IT department. So next 1004. D. 32,000. Salesman. This employer 20 department. 1005. E. 24,000. He also working job as a clerk. Okay. 1006. F. Okay, 30. 1007. G. 28,000. C department. Okay, there is no 60 department. Okay, there is no 60 department in the department table because in employee table department number column we are always references to the department table, department number column. This is the parent table. So foreign key always references to the parent table primary key column. So if I want to insert any employee with foreign key column, the department number should be present in the parent table. So the parent table we have 10, 20, 30 departments. But we are trying to insert the employees with 60 department also. It won't accept. So this is not allowed. This record is not allowed. Suppose if I am using null also it will accept. One employee joined, but department is not allocated. Those scenario null value also it will accept. మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే సో ఫారెన్ కీ ఫారెన్ బై యూజింగ్ ఫారెన్ కీ వీ కెన్ మెయింటైన్ ది పేరెంట్ అండ్ చైల్డ్ రిలేషన్స్. Foreign key in the child table, the foreign key always references to the parent table primary key column. Okay, if I want to insert any value into the foreign key value, the value should be always present in the referenced parent table. So referenced parent table we have 10, 20, 30 departments. So every employee in this 10, 20, 30 departments only it will accept. Other than these three departments, if I am trying to insert any other departments, it won't accept. Even null also it will accept. One employee joined, but department is not allocated. Those scenario, we can accept the null values also. Okay, foreign key and ఏంటంటే we can maintain the parent and child relations using foreign key fk. Can parent and child relations it's always references to the foreign key always it's always references to the parent table primary key column, primary or unique key column. It's always references to the parent table primary or unique column. Okay, using foreign key we can maintain the parent and child relations. It's always references to the parent table. Parent table means primary key, parent table primary or unique key column. So this is the parent table. So here a department table is the parent table because every department having multiple employees. We have three departments are there 10, 20, 30. So 10 department having multiple employees, 20 having multiple employees, 30 also multiple employees. Okay, department is the parent table, employee is the child table. It's always references to the parent table primary or unique key column. Okay, it's always maintain, it always references to the parent table primary key column. The foreign key value always so if I am inserting any value into the foreign key column, if you are trying to insert any value into the foreign key value, the value should be present in the foreign key column. The value should be present in the referenced parent table primary or unique column. Okay, so here we are maintaining the parent and child relations with the help of a department and employee table. So this department table is the parent table. Every department having multiple employees in the employee table. Okay, So foreign key means it always foreign key we can maintain the parent and child relation. The foreign key always references to the parent table primary or unique key column. So if I want to insert any value into the foreign key column, the value should be present in the referenced parent table. So the referenced parent table, the value should be present. Okay, we are inserting 10, 20, 30 departments only. So if I am trying to insert any employee with other than 10, 20, 30, so it won't accept. Okay. So, so I will explain, I will create these two tables. I will explain each and every giant. So department table and employee table I will create. So I will explain each and every constraint. So first I will create the department table. Okay. Create table name. Create table name. Department number of 2. So here I am applying primary key. Constraint name. PK department number. Primary key. Department name. Character 2 of 10. So we are creating the department table. So this department table we have department details. Okay, this is the parent table. Every department having multiple employees. So employee table is the tail table. So now I am creating the employee table. Okay. So employee number of 4. So here I am creating the primary key. Constraint name PK employee number. Employee name varchar 2 of 10. So here I am applying not null constraint. Salary. So salary column I am applying default constraint. So default constraint there is no name. Directly we can use default of some 25,000. So we no need to mention the name. Default constraint there is no name. It won't store the database. Default constraint it won't store the database. This primary key not null all the constraints. Primary not null unique key check foreign key. These all the constraints will be stored in the database except default. Default it won't store the database. There is no name. It won't store the database. Database lo store avadu or default another. So next passport. So this passport column I am applying the unique key constraint. Constraint name UK pass. Employee number, employee name, salary, passport. Next to job column.
Hi Guru.
Hi.
Can we apply passport to unique and not null at a time to the passport column?
Yeah, we can do it. Next class I will explain bro. Later.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So single column we can apply multiple constraints. So I will explain. Next class I will explain. So this job column I am applying the check constraint. Okay. So we have to accept the employee with the clerk or salesman. So other than these two jobs, remaining any other jobs, if I am trying to insert the employee, we don't want to accept. Employee with clerk, we have to accept. Employee with salesman, we have to accept. Other than employee with manager, we don't want to accept. Employee with analyst, we don't want to accept. Only two jobs only we have to accept. So we are applying check constraint. Constraint name CK job check. So we are writing the condition check job in so clerk comma salesman. So only the employee with clerk or salesman, then only we have to accept. So other than clerk or salesman, we don't want to accept. Okay. Constraint name, check job in clerk comma salesman. Only clerk or salesman, then only we have to accept. Next to department number. Number of two. So this department number column, we are applying the foreign key. So every employee department should be present in the parent table, department number column. Okay, so I'm applying the foreign key. So this is the syntax for foreign key. Constraint name FKK department number. So foreign key, constraint name, references. So foreign key we are calling as a referential key. It always references to the parent table. So references. So no need to mention foreign key keyword. Directly we can mention the references. References, which table we are referencing? Department table. Parent table is the department table. So the column name is department number. So foreign key it always references to the parent table, primary or unique key column. So this is the only primary key column. So this department number column we are referencing. So here employee table at the starting open bracket, at the end we have to write with the close bracket. Okay. So we are creating the department table and employee table. Department table we are having department details, and employee table those departments employee details. So first I will insert the records in the department table. So department 10 IT, department 20 accounts, department 30 marketing. These three departments having multiple employees in the employee table, because we are maintaining the relation with the employee and department table. So every department having multiple employees. So other than these three departments, we are trying to insert any other department employee, it won't accept, because we are maintaining the parent and child relations with the help of foreign key. Foreign key it always references to the parent and child relation. Foreign key always references to the parent table primary or unique key column. So for any employee with department number, where for example department number is the foreign key. For any employee number, department number should be present in the reference to the parent table department number column. So we have three departments are there. For any employee, department number should be in these three departments only. Other than these three departments, if I am trying to insert employee with other departments, it won't accept. So we have three departments are there: IT, accounts, and marketing. For any employee, we are inserting with the employee table in these three departments only, like 10, 20, 30. Because this is the department number column is the foreign key column. With the help of department number column, we are referencing with both the tables. Okay. So I will insert the data into the employee table. Insert into employee employee number, employee name, sal, passport, job, department number. Employee number 1001, employee name A, employee salary some 20,000, passport, job, clerk, department number 10. I'm inserting one employee with department 10. So department 10, I'm inserting one employee. So one more employee I'm trying to insert. So here I'm not changing the employee number. So the employee number column we are using primary key. So if I'm trying to insert the multiple employee with same employee number, it won't accept. So I'm trying to insert the employee with 20 department. Okay. So I'm trying to employ with 20 department. Okay, but I'm trying to give the same employee number for A employee and B employee. So, but employee number column we are applying the primary key. It won't accept the duplicate record. So PK employee number is violated. Even null also it won't accept. Even null also it won't accept. Suppose if I am trying to change the 1003, then it will act 1002, it will accept it. Okay. Next to employee name. So employee name column I am applying the not null constraint. Suppose if I am trying to give null, it won't accept. Not null constraint value is mandatory. It won't accept the null values. So here I am trying to apply the clerk. Department number is 30. So I'm trying to apply the one employee with department 30, but I'm trying to give null for employee name. But employee name column I'm applying not null constraint. It won't accept the null values. Null values it won't accept. Even duplicate also it will accept. For example, so the employee name I am trying to give A. So same A employee name I was already given for the employee number 1001. So we have same employee name having multiple employees. Multiple employees having same name. So not null constraint means it will restrict the null values. Okay. Even duplicate also it will accept. Okay. Because not null means null value it won't accept. Value is mandatory. The value is even duplicate also it will accept. Okay. For example, employee name. Employee name multiple employees having same name. Okay. That is the true. More than one employee having same name. So we have to accept the duplicate also. For name is mandatory. For example, we have 100 employee numbers are there. 100 employee numbers name is mandatory. For example, some employees number there is no name. So that is the invalid. So that is the reason we are going with not null constraint for employee name column. So every employee number having name. So not null constraint I am applying. So every employee number we should mention the name. So and also without employee number, without name for any employee number, we don't want to accept. And that name duplicate also we have to accept. For example, multiple employees having same name. So those scenario duplicate also it will accept the not null constraint. So here I am applying A. Same A for 1001 employee also. So it will accept it. Next to okay, passport column we are applying the unique key constraint. Every employee passport number should be unique. So without employee number, without passport also it will accept. Unique means it accepts the unique values and null values. Unique key constraint accepts the unique values as well as null values. Okay, unique key constraint it accepts the unique values and null values and won't allow the duplicate values. Same passport, multiple employees it won't accept, but duplicate also it will accept. Same passport having multiple employees it won't accept. Even null also it will accept it. For example, one employee there is no passport number. We have to accept the null also. For suppose if I am trying to give 1004, 1003 and 1004, both the employees I am trying to give the same passport. I am not changing the passport number. Remaining all I am changing. The passport number I am not changing. So PK pass is violated. Even null also it will accepted. For example, employee joined, but passport is not allocated. The employee joined, but there is no passport for that employee. So the passport is not a mandatory. Okay, the employee there is no passport. Okay, passport is not a mandatory field for the for any employee. So passport is not a mandatory means even there is no passport, we have to accept the null also. If passport is there, the passport number will be unique for every employee. Here same passport I am trying to give the 1003 and 1004 employees. So it won't accept. Okay. So even if I am trying to give null also it will accept. Employee joined but there is no passport. Those scenario we have to accept the null also. So it will accept it. Okay, next. So job column. The employee job column we are applying the clerk or salesman. So if I am trying to insert the employee with clerk or salesman. Other than clerk or salesman, we are trying to insert the employee with any other department, any other job, it won't accept. For example, if I am trying to insert the employee with manager job, it won't accept because check constraint will be violated. In check constraint, we are applying the clerk, comma salesman. The in these two jobs only we are accepting the records. We are applying the check constraint. So I am changing all those details. So passport also I mentioned. So here I am trying to
అన్న
give
అంటే
the
ఇది బిజినెస్ ఇస్తున్నాడా
huh? ఇది
ఇది బిజినెస్ ఇస్తుందన్న ఈ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఈ కాలమ్ కి ఈ కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ కావాలి ఇలా అని లేదంటే
మనం బిజినెస్ ప్రకారం తీసుకుంటాం. ఇప్పుడు కంపెనీ ఉంది, ఒక కంపెనీలో
ఓకే
మనకి బిజినెస్ ప్రకారం దీన్ని కన్స్టెంట్స్ అనేది సెట్ చేస్తాం. మనకి బిజినెస్ అనలిస్ట్ ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళు
ఓకే
కమ్యూనికేట్ అవుతారు. ఎవరితో బిజినెస్. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు బిల్డ్ వన్ డేటాబేస్ ఫర్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది బిజినెస్. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ బిజినెస్ అనలిస్ట్ ఉంటారు. దే విల్ take the entire details from the business, what business they are doing, like what are the tables is required. So they will entire data they will collect, and they will provide the entire data to the technical analyst, TA అని ఉంటారు, టెక్నికల్ అనలిస్ట్. సో వాళ్ళు టెక్నికల్ గా సో
ఓకే
ఏ ఫీల్డ్స్ కి ఏ కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ కావాలనేది వాళ్ళు డిసైడ్ చేస్తారు. నెక్స్ట్ దాన్ని అది డెవలపర్స్ కి వచ్చింది. టీఏ డాక్యుమెంట్, టెక్నికల్ డిజైన్ డాక్యుమెంట్, టీడీఎస్ అంటారు. టెక్నికల్ డిజైన్ స్పెసిఫికేషన్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు. సో ఆ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ డెవలపర్స్కి ఇస్తారు. డెవలపర్స్ టు క్రియేట్ ది టేబుల్స్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దే విల్ బిల్డ్ ది ఎవ్రీథింగ్, దే విల్ డిజైన్ ది డేటాబేస్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ టీడీఎస్ డాక్యుమెంట్. సో మొత్తం దీనిలో డిఫరెంట్ రోల్స్ ఉంటాయి. బిజినెస్ అనలిస్ట్, టెక్నికల్ అనలిస్ట్, సో నెక్స్ట్ డెవలపర్స్, పిఎల్ఎస్క్యూ డెవలపర్స్.
ఓకే ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ
సో ది బిజినెస్ ప్రకారం మనం కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ అనేది మనం డిసైడ్ చేసుకుంటాం, ఏ ఫీల్డ్కి ఏ కన్స్ట్రైంట్ అనేది. So here I am trying to manage it. But while creating the table, we are applying the check constraint on the job column. The job column check constraint we are mentioned the employee job in clerk, comma salesman. Only the employee job clerk, comma salesman only it will accept. So other than clerk or salesman, we are trying to insert any employee with other than any other job. Other than clerk or salesman, we are trying to insert with any other job, it won't accept. So here I am trying to insert the employee with manager job, it won't accept. So while in check constraint, we are applying only clerk, comma salesman. Other than that, it won't accept. CK job is violated. So if I am trying to change with clerk or salesman, it will accept. So if I am changing with clerk, so check constraint will be, so this will be violated the check constraint. In check constraint, we are applying the clerk, comma salesman. Other than clerk, comma salesman, we are trying to insert any employee with other job, it won't accept. So if I am changing with clerk, it will accepted. Check constraint will be accepted. So next to salary column, we are applying the next to department number column, we are applying the foreign key. Every employee department number should be present in the parent table. For example, we have department table, we have 3 departments are there: 10 department IT, 20 accounts, 30 marketing. So for every employee should be in these 3 departments. Okay, 10, 20, 30 departments. Okay, because we are maintaining the parent and child relations with the help of foreign key. Employee table foreign key we are using and maintain and referencing with referenced with department table department number. For suppose if I am trying to insert one employee with 50 department, there is no 50 department in the department table, so it won't accept. For suppose 1006, so employee name is E, employee salary is some 32,000, some passport is something, so clerk I am not changing, department number is 70. There is no 70 department for department table. We are trying to insert the employee with 70 department, but there is no 70 department for referenced parent table. Parent table we have 10, 20, 30 departments only. There is no 70 department, so it won't accept. Parent key is not found. Parent records we have 10, 20, 30 departments. There is no 70 department. Okay. Even null also it will accepted. For example, employee joined but department number is not allocated. Those scenario, null value also it will accepted. Okay, అర్థమైందిగా. సో ఫారెన్ కీ అనేది it always references to the parent table primary or unique key column. If I want to insert any value into the foreign key column, the value should be present in the referenced parent table primary or unique key column, then only it will accept. So parent table primary column we have 10, 20, 30 departments. In employee table all the departments in the 10, 20, 30 departments. Other than 10, 20, 30 departments it won't accept. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్పాం మనము శాలరీ కాలం వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ డిఫాల్ట్ ఎక్కడ పెట్టాం శాలరీ కాలం వీఆర్ అప్లైయింగ్ డిఫాల్ట్ కన్స్టెంట్ ఫర్ ఎనీ ఎంప్లాయీ వీఆర్ ఇగ్నోరింగ్ ది శాలరీ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ ది డిఫాల్ట్ యాజ్ ఏ 25,000. వీఆర్ అప్లైయింగ్ ది డిఫాల్ట్ 25,000 వైల్ క్రియేటింగ్ ది టేబుల్ వీఆర్ అప్లైయింగ్ ది డిఫాల్ట్ యాజ్ ఏ 25,000. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సో దిస్ 1007 ఎంప్లాయీ నెంబర్ 1007 ఎంప్లాయీ నెంబర్ ఎఫ్ some 30,000. So this 1007 employee, I'm not given any salary. Okay, salary ignore చేయటం మర్చిపోయాను. Okay, here salary I am ignoring the salary. Okay, so salary field I am ignoring. I am not mentioned any salary value. It will take the default as a 25,000 because we are applying while creating the table we are applying default 25,000. So only first 3 departments. These 3 departments having multiple employees. Okay, 1007 employee. So I am not mentioned any salary, but it will take the default as a 25,000 because while creating the table we are applying the default constant default of 25,000. It will take the salary default as a 25,000. Okay, here employee number column I am applying primary key. Every employee number should be unique. Without employee number also it won't accept. The primary key accepts unique values. Only unique values, it doesn't tell you the duplicate and null values. There is no duplicate, there is no null value. In employee name column, we are applying not null constant. Every employee number should be name is mandatory. Even duplicate also it will accept. Not null constant, it won't restrict the duplicate values. Duplicate also it will accept. For example, here 1001 employee name is A. 1003 also name is A. So without name, all the employee numbers having name. For any, it won't accept the null values. Okay, even duplicate also it will accept, but null it won't accept because we are applying not null constant. Value is mandatory. The value duplicate also it will accept. So here duplicate employee name also it will accept. Next salary column I am applying default constant. If any record we are ignoring the salary, it will take the default as a 25,000. While creating the table in salary column we are applying default of 25,000. So here 1007 employee we are ignoring the salary. It will take the 25,000. Next passport column. Passport column we are applying unique key constant. Every employee passport number should be unique. If any employee there is no passport, we have to accept the null also. Null values it will accept and unique values also it will accept. Duplicate it won't accept. For suppose multiple employees having same passport, it won't accept. Next job column we are applying check constant. Every employee job we will be check clerk or salesman. Other than any other job we are trying to insert the employee, it won't accept. So every employee job will be in the clerk or salesman because we are applying check constant. Check job in clerk comma salesman we are applying. So this department number column we are applying foreign key. This foreign key we are referencing with parent table, department number column. Every employee should be present in the referenced parent table departments only. So we have referenced parent table, we have 10, 20, 30 departments. All the employees in the 10, 20, 30 departments only. So if any employee there is no department, the department is not allocated, those scenario null also it will accept it. Okay. So దీన్ని మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ది table level constraints. These are all column level constraints. Within the same column we are creating the constraint. Within the employee number constraint, name, employee name constraint. So table level means at the end of all the columns we have to mention the constraint details. So next class I will explain the table level constraint.
Hello.
Ah, yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The salary part should be ignoring, right? So this 25,000 should be stored in the database, right? Or not?
25,000. Yeah, it will be stored in the database. You can check. So if you are ignoring, it will take the default salary as a 25,000. So we are
So it
mentioned
should be
any
stored.
salary, this will be stored. If you are mentioned any salary, the salary will be stored in the database. If you are not mentioned, so it will store the 25,000 default as a 25,000 salary.
Okay. So, one more doubts I have. Actually, sir, you told me that the origin key references the parent table, right? Unique key or primary key, right? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You told me that the origin key represent the parent table, unique key or a primary key. So, if we want to drop the parent table before child table,
Yeah,
should
it
we?
won't accept. It won't accept. We have one concept is there on delete cascade, on delete signal. So I will explain in next classes. Okay. So we cannot remove the parent tables, parent records directly because we have child records. If you want to delete, we have one concept is there on delete cascade, on delete signal. So next class I will explain. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.